Comic books, pitting the noble forces of good against the dastardly schemes of the wicked.
Venom is way stronger and more powerful than Spider-Man, but he can't take fire or loud noises.
That'll do him every time. Even a tiny little paperclip is a deadly weapon in the hands of Bullseye. It says here that X-Dantex 21 has the rumble of the century.
Wow.
Comic books, every new issue is devoured by millions of adoring fans.
Have you got the latest Daredevil issue?
My dad has every one of the early Superman comics in mint condition. Fantastic Four. I need the new Fantastic Four.
Comic books, they spawn worldwide conventions and blockbuster movies. Heroes and villains alike are made into toys, printed onto t-shirts, lunchboxes, sheets, and pillowcases.
Did you know that you can buy a copy of a movie corresponding to that Cyclops wears? There's a comic book convention next week, and you can get really rare collector's editions there.
I heard that there's a movie coming out with Dr. Octopus and Tony Toad together.
Comic books, a modern mythology.
Dr. Doom has an IQ of like 20 gazillion.
The way Sam took to heal himself is truly amazing.
I think Rogue and Gambit really love each other.
It's too bad Rogue can't touch him without knocking him and assuming his identity.
The human touch is so cool, but I want him to never burn down.
The problem with Mr. Fantastic is that he feels so guilty about causing his friends to be used and genetically altered. I don't think it's fair that Ben Grimm is the only one of the Fantastic Four who can't change back to his original self.
He must get really tired of being that big orange thing.
When the basement stunned kid thinks he could, he had very large hairy feet. My feet have always been big. My hands are kinda big too.
They love their superheroes, these comic book fans. They love how they battle nightmarish villains, overmatched and overwhelmed, but always emerging victorious to fight another day. They love that they are mostly common men and women, sharing their own flaws, their hopes, their dreams. After all, it is only a random quirk of fate that made these heroes what they are. Peter Parker, the shy young high school student, bitten by an irradiated spider, became the famous Spider-Man. Kyle Rayner became the Green Lantern.
Bruce Banner became the Incredible Hulk.
Matthew Murdock
Became Daredevil.
Clark Kent became Superman. Reed Richards became Mr. Fantastic.
Bruce Wayne became Batman.
Scott Summers became Cyclops. Wally West became the Flash.
Steven Rogers became Captain America.
Diana Prince
Became Wonder Woman.
Stephanie Sapovitz. Stephanie Sapovitz.
It's definitely Leonardo Sapovitz, actually. My mother named me Leonardo after that artist guy. I think he lived in Italy a long time ago, or something like that. Anyway, she says he was a really good artist, and I'm glad she named me that, because I'm an artist too. Or at least, I want to be. I've been drawing ever since I can remember. But I really got dedicated when I saw my first comic book. I was about 8. As soon as I opened up the pages, I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to get a job working for a comic book company and being a comic book artist. I wanted to spend my life drawing pictures of superheroes.
Stephanie grew up, as all children do, and she did get a job in a comic book company, Wonder Comics, run by the illustrious DC Wonderman.
This new issue of Lion Face is going to be the best yet. The drawings are stupendous. I can't believe I'm actually here, working for DC Wonderman, the greatest comic book man of all time. I can almost see all the superheroes and villains that have been created here. Madam Meteor. Swamp Creature. Cat Lady. Master Freeze. And the dynamic duo of the Jester and King Comics. Mr. Wonderman, it's Sapovitz. Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz. My mother named
Yeah, whatever. Viola?
I've given everyone their assignments for the week, Mr. Wonderman. Oh, and your wife called and said don't forget to pick up her dress from the cleaners on your way home from work.
What you think I am, a liferman?
Mr. Wonderman, I was wondering if you had given any thought to me being allowed to try some drawing. I have something I've done right here.
Not right now, Sympathize. I've got work to do.
Oh, of course, Mr. Wonderman. Sorry, Mr. Wonderman.
Oh, Mr. Wonderman, I almost forgot. There was a big box in the mailroom addressed to you. I would have brought it up, but I already broke a nail this morning, and I
A
just...
big box, you say? That must be the shipment I've been waiting for. Sympathize!
Yes, Mr. Wonderman? Did you want to see my drawing? I was...
Go down to the mailroom and pick up the box addressed to me.
Oh, the mailroom. Sure, right away, Mr. Wonderman. Here's your package, Mr. Wonderman.
Yeah, put it over there, Sympathize. Viola, get on Maris. I've got something important to discuss.
Of course, sir.
Sympathize!
Actually, sir, it's Sapovitz. Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz. My mother...
Sure, your mother is a queen of a lady, but right now I don't have time for her. I need you to get out of here. Go clean something downstairs. Maybe dust all the road issues in the back store.
Dust them, sir?
Yeah, dust them. Don't come back here till maybe 8 tonight. We'll be done in a minute, and you can clean up here.
Yes, Mr. Wonderman. Do you think if you had some time, you could take a look at my drawing?
Sure. Now get out of here.
All right, Mr. Wonderman. Thank you, Mr. Wonderman.
Yes, sir. This little box will be the salvation of my company.
Everyone's here, Mr. Wonderman.
Hi, DC. What's up? What's so important?
Viola, it's almost 5 o'clock. Why don't you go home a little early today?
But I still haven't filed the...
File, smile, you work too hard. You deserve a little rest. No, in fact, take the day off tomorrow, too.
The day off, but I...
No excuses. You deserve a little vacation. Now, get out of here.
Yes, Mr. Wonderman. Thank you, Mr. Wonderman.
All right, everyone. I've got something very important to discuss with you.
Spit it out, Wendy. Yeah, whatever it is, I hope it makes us more money.
Oh, it'll make us more money, my friends. Much more money. More than we ever dreamed of. At least, it'll make me that much. You artists, it'll give you a big fat raise.
I'm always up for a big fat raise.
Me too. The fatter, the better. Does this involve coming up with a new series?
New series, what we'll be doing will be far better than some new series. It'll be revolutionary. It'll change the very face of comic book art.
It will? What could be so revolutionary about comic book art? Yeah, no matter what we try, I'm sure it's been done before.
That's where you're wrong. This has never been done before, and it'll make us a fortune. What if I told you that I found a way to make whatever we draw come alive? The characters in our stories can become real, walking, talking villains and superheroes.
That's impossible.
Oh no, it's not impossible at all. It can be done very simply using the pens that are in this box right here. Listen to this. Tired of sitting at your pad all day drawing flat, lifeless drawings? Powerful pens of Peloponnesian for a truly unique experience. Filled with ink from potions discovered in the wizard caves of ages gone by, these pens will bring life to any hero or villain you draw.
That seems a little far-fetched.
A little far-fetched is putting it mildly.
Do you really believe in this, DC? Do you? It sounds like Scam City to me.
If we're a scam, over there at this. Full satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. I tell you everyone, these little pens are going to make us a fortune. We're going to strike it rich with this. Very rich.
Rich is nice.
I could live with rich. And very rich is even better.
All right, everyone. It's too late to start tonight. So I want everyone to go home, get a good night's rest, and we're ready to start bright and early tomorrow morning for our first issue of Wonder Comics Alive.
Wonder Comics Alive!
I've got an idea already.
Me too, I've got an idea as well. I'm gonna already come up with a new superhero. I think our new superhero will work. Wonder Comics Alive? I can't believe it.
This is totally unbelievable.
Powerful pens of Peloponnesia, you have made my day.
Mr. Wonderman, I finished dusting. Mr. Wonderman, I guess he left for the night. I think I'll just empty his trash can and leave myself. I want to work on that new superhero I thought of. My drawing. I guess he didn't like it. Oh, hello, Viola.
Oh, Stephanie, I didn't see you there. I was just coming back to get some papers. What's that you're holding?
Oh, this is just the drawing I gave to Mr. Wonderman. He didn't like it. I found it in his trash can.
Oh, Stephanie, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll just have to draw a better one.
Hey, those must be the pens Mr. Wonderman ordered to give out to his artists. Why don't you take this little one? I'm sure you won't miss one little pen, and who knows, maybe it'll bring you luck.
A pen from Wonder Comics? Gee, Viola, thanks.
Don't mention it. I better get going. Mr. Wonderman gave me the day off tomorrow. Wasn't that nice of him?
It sure is. Very nice. Good night, Viola.
Good night.
I'm going to become a comic book artist if it's the last thing I ever do.
Will Stephanie get to be a comic book artist? Will the pens at Peloponnesia really work? Will DC Wonderman make piles of money? The next day answered one of these questions.
We've been sketching all morning. My hand is killing me. Where's Wonderman? This meeting was supposed to start 10 minutes ago.
I really want to try out one of those pens of Peloponnesia.
I mean, do you think they could really work? I don't know, soon enough. Here he comes.
All right, everyone. You've been working hard all morning, sitting with sketch after sketch of superhero. After examining them all carefully, I finally decided which one will be the first in our groundbreaking series, Wonder Comics Alive. This is the hero you would draw with your new pens of Peloponnesia. You draw his environment, his headquarters, his tools, his henchmen. You draw him in all his glory so he can leap from our page to become the first living, breathing superhero.
I'm really picturing Wonderman. Yeah, we want to get started.
For goodness sakes, people, this is a momentous moment. It deserves a little time. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Do you have your sketchbooks ready?
Sketchbooks ready.
Do you have your pens in hand?
Pens in hand.
Prepare yourself to go down in comic book history.
We are prepared.
It is now my honor to present to you the new cornerstone of the Wonder Comics Alive series, Dr. Shock Claw.
Ooh. That one's mine. I drew it.
Yes, you did, and congratulations. This is a new superhero, folks, our living comic prototype. Now it's time for you to use all your artistic skills to bring them to life. Raise your pens to Peloponnesia, and ready, set, draw.
It is now time to present our leaders. Dr. Shotclaw.
Thank you, thank you. Glad to be here. And so are my little helpers, the Minutos. Aren't you, Minutos?
Yes, Master of the Minute. We are glad to be here.
And we're glad to have you, Dr. Shockclaw. You're going to make history as the first living, breathing superhero.
Superhero? What's all this superhero stuff? I'm no hero. I'm a villain. The grandest villain around.
But you can't be, because you're a superhero. That's our trademark. That's...
You notice how your boss has just been frozen in time? I did that. And it's my power because I, Dr. Shockclaw, can stop time with a mere snap of my fingers.
What happened?
I happened, little man. I stopped you in your tracks, froze you in the moment. I'm the master of time. I can bend things, all that depends on it to my will. Not a second, not a minute, not an hour can pass without my consent.
No, it can't be.
Oh yes it can. And you, your company, this city, the entire world, in fact, are mine for the taking. It's only You might say, a matter of time.
Quick, tell me where to find this villain.
Sorry guys, but I can't let you do that. I don't like superheroes. They can be annoying little creatures. Minutos! Take these people and their pens away!
Yes, so chronological one.
Put them in my time freezer. They can enjoy a little stint in suspended animation. Yes, my time has finally come. I'm about to become rich, powerful, famous. I'll take what I want. No one will be able to stop me, and I can stop them first. I can freeze them in the moment. I am, after all, Dr. Shocklight.
Tick tock, tick tock, make time stop. Tick tock.
Very good, my little Minutos.
You're the supreme commander of time, the king of crime.
How right you are.
You're the ticking time lord. You're Dr. Shocklock.
Ticking time, Lord. I like that. Very appropriate, I must say. And now I think the time has come for me to embark on my career in crime. Take all the clocks and timepieces. We're going to find a more appropriate place for my headquarters. Somewhere in Times Square, I think. Not bad, but I think I'm much better looking in real life.
Woe to the comic book man who oversteps his bounds. Wonder Man was one such as these. Luckily, he had Stephanie Leonardo Safovitz waiting patiently in the wings.
Mr. Wonderman? Mr. Wonderman? Gee, where is everybody? I thought I heard a lot of noise in here a minute ago. I think I'll just sit here and draw with my new pen until everyone gets back. If I do a really good drawing, maybe Mr. Wonderman will like it and let me be the artist for one of his comic books.
It's Star Guy.
Who are you?
I just told you, Star Guy. I'm the best looking, most charismatic, popular superhero around.
This is very strange. You look exactly like the superhero in the picture I just drew.
Of course I do. I am that superhero. You drew me.
But how could I have drawn you and then you just appear like that?
Simple. You're using a pen from Peloponnnesia. Everything you draw comes to life. And man, oh man, are the girls in this town going to thank you for me. But you left me a little defenseless, you know.
Defenseless?
Right, aside from my good looks, which are pretty outstanding. I don't have any weapons. I need you to draw me something with power. Something otherworldly. You know.
Like, charisma ray.
Right. Whenever I shoot it, everybody falls on my feet, screaming my name, begging for my life.
Sure. How's that?
Let me just fall outside and give it a try.
Sorry, I guess I didn't draw you with the power to fly.
Guess you didn't draw me the power to fly.
And with your charisma ray, you don't really need to fly.
I suppose not. Any superhero can fly, but how many have my charisma?
You were going to try it out?
But,
Your charisma ray. You were going to try it out.
right, I'll just run outside and give it a try. Hey girls, want to go out with a superhero?
Star Guy.
to perfection. And of course, why you wouldn't if someone let me use it?
I'm glad you like it. I modeled it after a little-known comic book hero.
Where's the rest of my game?
Gang?
My partners, my compatriots, no one of these lonely superheroes like Spidey or Daredevil. I need friends, man. I need fans. Give me a group to lead. I'm a born leader.
I can do that. I've been drawing my group of superheroes ever since I decided I wanted to be a comic book artist.
Draw.
Right. I'm triple time. It worked again.
Of course it did. If you draw them, they will come. Welcome to the time. What's your game?
My gig, mister, is speed. I'm the fastest woman alive. I'm faster than the speed of light. I'm faster than a shooting star. I'm faster than a speeding bullet. Of course, who wouldn't be faster than a speeding bullet? Watch this. See that? What? I was there and I'm here. I was so fast you couldn't even see me. Did you? No. Wow.
Welcome, Triple Time. Welcome to my game, Triple Time. Stephanie, get back to the drawing board.
Your game? Who appointed you, Lito? Hey guys, here's Blossom.
Hello there. Want to whiff with my magical flower?
Oh, that's nice.
Blossom, they're on our side.
Oops. I guess it's time for my all-natural, completely organic home recipe.
Your game? Who appointed you here?
I don't have to be pointed. I'm a natural leader. I've got charisma.
Charisma, my foot.
Guys. Give our sweet little artist here some quiet. She needs to concentrate.
I'm drawing a superhero that I've been thinking about for a long time. I even did some research on her species-specific properties.
Species-specific properties?
What's this girl talking about? Hold on. I'm almost done. Superheroes, meet the final member of your band. Wombat Woman! Wombat Woman? What's this with Wombat Woman? You could have drawn me as anything. Wonder Woman, Electra, something exciting? I've always liked the characters based on animals. You know, like Wolverine or Catwoman. Catwoman is one thing. She's sleek, she's pretty, but a wombat?
What's a wombat?
It's a furry groundhog, that's what it is.
Oh, sweetie, don't worry. There's always electrolysis for the hair.
Oh, wombats? Not a groundhog. Hold on. I still have my notes on wombats. Wombat. Wombatus ursinus. That's the Latin. I was thinking about calling you Wombatus, but I like the alliterative sound of Wombat Woman better. I'm going to alliterate you in a minute. Don't damage the artist, lady. We may need to dry us out of jam. Wombats are actually very cute. They're related to the koala bear, and everyone knows they're the cutest things around. Really? And listen to this. Wombats are exceedingly powerful and have strong claws, making them burrowers of the highest order. That's your special superpower, which is one of the reasons I chose Wombat Woman to be one of my superheroes. I wanted to find a power that no other heroes had before. Have you ever heard of a burrowing superhero?
Absolutely not.
It's totally unique. Weird, but unique.
I'm sure it's a power that can come in handy someday, maybe.
Well, alright, but if I'm going to do Wombat Woman, I need a nicer outfit. Maybe a hat, cape, and maybe a glary mask. How about that? Alright.
The mask is definitely an improvement. Hey, what did I say?
I can't believe that my dream of becoming a comic book artist is coming true this way. I mean, I've actually created living, breathing superheroes.
Yeah, good job, Stephanie, especially with
every group of superheroes has a name.
How about the Fabulous Four?
The Fabulous Four.
Fair enough. We are pretty fabulous, especially him. You know.
Too similar to the Fantastic Four, but not enough for anyone to start calling plagiarism.
I think it's wonderful.
So that's it. I now christen you Star Guy, Blossom, Triple Time, and Wombat Woman, the Fabulous Four.
The charismatic,
Speedy, completely organic.
Burrowing
fabulous four.
First issue starting today with original artwork by Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz. Now that you have a name, we need a villain for you to fight.
Villain?
Of course, every self-respecting superhero needs an evil villain to fight.
I can draw 'em right now. Just give me some ideas of what sort of villain you want.
You should be totally disrespectful to the environment.
And living behind a great stone wall that I have to burrow through.
Stephanie! Stephanie! Oh, Stephanie, I'm so glad you're here. I've been trying to contact Mr. Wonderman, but he won't answer any of his calls. Something terrible has been happening in the city.
Something terrible is happening in the city.
Yes, something terrible was happening in the city, and it was only going to get worse as time went by. Dr. Shot Clock was on the loose, making his mark as the undisputed king of crime. He would use his power to freeze the moment and steal whatever took his fancy. He robbed banks.
Next. I need to withdraw 76 straws from my account.
Look at these little people waiting in line to collect their paltry amount of dollar bills. I don't wait in line, and I don't collect a paltry amount. Minutos, fill my bag with some greenbacks, please.
Yes, I am on the second.
Thank you. Now, regards from Dr. Shotclock.
What happened?
You're right. What happened? My mind is gone.
My cash drawer, it's empty. We've been robbed.
He invaded the headquarters of gold and silver dealers throughout the city.
Get this crate of gold bars down to the safe right away.
Yes, ma'am. Be careful so we have you ready. 1, 2, 3.
Freeze! Minutos, my gold, please.
Yes, maestro of the moment.
Sit. Sit. No, okay. And a happy day to you all from Dr. Shotclock.
Wait. Where's the gold?
It just disappeared.
Wait. It can't have disappeared. It did.
It just disappeared.
He cleaned out every jewelry store in town.
This necklace has 5 7-carat diamonds. Very nice. What do you think, Gladys?
I think it makes me look good. Look at all the shiny baubles. I love shiny baubles. My jewelry, Minutos.
Yes, foreman of the fortnight.
guarantee you'll be shocked when I unfreeze you.
Help! Police!
There was no limit to Shot Clock's greed. He even robbed innocent people walking down the street.
I think the ladies are in the middle of those heavy persons. You might tell everyone, dear woman, that Dr. Shocklock was here. My purse! My purse! It's taking my purse! Our purses! Dr. Shocklock is taking our purses! Help!
There was nothing the people of the city could do against Dr. Shot Clock. Even the police were powerless against him. As soon as he gave chase, he just snapped his fingers and they'd be frozen in time. The city was in a state of panic. So, while Shot Clock was wreaking havoc on the people of the city, Stephanie and her band of superheroes were cooking up a plan to stop the evil Shot Clock because, well, that's what superheroes do, of course. So they thought, and thought, and thought. Finally, they came up with a plan.
Nobody can defeat Shot Clock because he just stops them in their tracks before they have a chance to get to him. So what we have to do is get him before he has a chance to stop time.
Easier said than done, my man. I mean, all he has to do is snap his fingers.
Stop that, you idiot!
I hate to admit that Star Guy uttered any words of wisdom, but he's right that it'd be hard to get Shot Clock before he snaps his fingers.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm fast enough to do that.
You would be if we create a diversion. Distract him. Have you heard how those Minutos are always traveling around with them?
They're the creepiest little things.
What I was thinking was that maybe Star Guy could zap them with his charisma ray, and they'd all go crazy screaming and wanting his autograph.
Of course.
And then that should hopefully unsettle Shot Clock enough for Triple Time to be able to grab him, Blossom to knock him out with her magic flowers,
And what am I doing during all this? Combing my fur?
nope, you are the key to the entire plan.
I am? What do I do?
I'm not sure yet, but it'll be good. First, we have to figure out where Shot Clock will be. Now, if I could only remember how Batman knew that Mr. Freeze...
Everyone, look! It says here that Rotten Penny is going to play in a big party at Times Square tonight, and that she's going to auction off her famous coin collection for charity. I'd love to go to that. Rotten Penny is my favorite singer.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's it! Viola, you're a genius.
I am? Do you think so? What'd I say?
The Rotten Penny Show. If she's auctioning off her valuable coin collection, Shot Clock is sure to be there. And the fact that it's at Times Square makes it even more perfect. If I were writing the story, I would definitely want to have the big battle at Times Square.
So we get to go to the party?
So we'll arrive early. As soon as shot clock arrives, Star Guy will zap the Minutos, Triple Time will grab shot clock, Blossom will knock him out, and Wombat Woman will burrow a hole deep into the ground, and we'll put him in there and seal it up. I could do that. It'll be brilliant. It'll be like a cross between X-Men and the old Tales from the Crypt.
What's old Tales from the Crypt? Sounds kind of creepy.
Fabulous 4, man your battle stations. On to Times Square to do battle with the evil Dr. Shotclock. Kaboom! Kapow! Kabam!
So the great battle between Stephanie, her fabulous 4, and the villainous Dr. Shotclock was set to take place at the illustrious Times Square. It was inevitable, of course. What self-respecting creator of superheroes could resist choosing that locale for the final showdown between their superheroes and the villainous villain? Sounds like the party has started. I think I'll go join in on the festivities.
That was Spaceman and the Aliens, folks. Let's give them a round of applause. Now we'll take a short break, and then we'll be ready for our star attraction. You know who.
It doesn't look like Rotten Penny has gotten here yet.
Or Shotclock. Viola, you and I should just chill with the other partygoers. You guys should get ready. Try and blend in, like you're just here for the show.
It would be a little bit hard for me to blend in, you know, my incredible charisma and all. Can never just be another face in the crowd.
Put a bag over your head, maybe that'll help.
Did you hear that? Triple Time's making all these jealous comments the whole way over here.
Jealous? Ha! All I was doing, ridiculous. Why, you conceited little.
Guys, cut it out. We've got a job to do.
Blossom's right. If you guys don't shut up, I'll burn to your chest and tear your hearts out.
You don't have a very pleasant way of putting things. You know that, right?
Okay, I'm ready.
Can I have your attention, please? I know you've been waiting for a special guest to arrive.
Rotten Penny! Where's Rotten Penny? Where are Rotten Penny?
Look at all those girls screaming over Rotten Penny. They don't have true good looks when they see them. I think I'll teach them a little less with my charisma.
Not now, there's no time.
Too late. They've seen the light.
So now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the #1 singer in the country who has brought her priceless pennies each tonight for auction. The one, the unbelievable Rotten Penny.
Thanks everyone, it's really cool to be in this happening city, hang out with all you friendly fans. As you know, I'm here to auction off the little babies in this box because I believe in sharing my wealth with those less fortunate than me. I also believe in declaring big tax deductions on my IRS form. Before we start the auction though, I think we need some mean singing and dancing.
Look, there's Shotclock. Quick, keep your prisoner around the windows.
I can't get at it.
Blossom, Triple Time, hurry. Run away.
Go Triple Time. Sorry, folks, but I think it's time for a bit of my magic.
I'll get you, Shotclock.
What have we here? He'll get me. Look, miniatures, it's a little superhero time to do battle. I think she's a super fast little girl. So when I stop time, I merely slow her down.
You slowed her down all right. She looks like an energizer bunny without any energy. He looks like an action figure who's missing the action.
I had to take a few more. There's annoying superheroes around. just like she was planning on doing something nasty with a flower. Get rid of it. I never liked petunias anyway.
Yes, Scion of the Second.
And this guy appears to be having some trouble with the ladies. I don't know what this weapon is, but I think I'll relieve him of it. Better safe than sorry.
I'll put it in your armory, O Royal Timeliness.
Ah, yes. Can't forget what we came for. Put these 3 not-so-superheroes in my time freezer for those comic book people. I can decide what to do with them later.
Yes, General under the officer.
Well, my happy party goers, I want to thank you for a very profitable time. And by the way, Dr. Shotclock was here!
Oh no, my coin collection, it's gone.
Hey, with that Dr. Chocolate, it sounds good as left.
Quiet! Quiet! Okay, everybody, we're going to get down to the bottom of this. So, we need to question everyone to line up in an orderly fashion. Where's the fabulous four?
I don't see them anywhere.
Shot clock took the others. I was safe in my burrow, so I didn't get further. This was all Star Guy's fault. If he wasn't so caught up with his girlfriend, this wouldn't have happened.
It's not Star Guy's fault. It's mine.
Stephanie, it's not your fault at all.
It is. I should have drawn it better. I should have drawn all of you better. How could I think that my superheroes could defeat a villain like Shotclock? I thought I really deserved to be a comic book artist. My mother even named me Leonardo. Leonardo. What would you think of me now?
Poor Stephanie. She was really down in the dumps. She shouldn't have been, though. Her superhero, Star Guy, was only being the typical superhero. Every one of them has a weakness, you know. Superman wilted in the presence of kryptonite. The Green Lantern could be pierced by a weapon made of wood. Star Guy was just joining the club. And like all superheroes, he had an Achilles heel, a tragic flaw. He was in love with himself. This is just too sad. I think I'm going to have to help this story go along. The eraser, Stephanie.
What?
Have you looked at the pen of Peloponnnesia?
The pen?
No. Take this, become the superhero you're meant to be, and stop Shot Clock.
The eraser. The eraser. The eraser must be the key to defeating Shotclock. He must have been drawn by one of these pens. So, to beat him, I have to erase him. Shotclock, your time is running out. You're about to meet Eraser Woman!
So Stephanie finally realized what her true destiny had to be. Her powers weren't over, of course. She still had to deal with the evil Shot Clock. And with true comic book flair, Stephanie chose the roof of the Times building for the final deadly encounter.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Mysterious superhero challenges Dr. Shotclock to a duel. Top attack power tonight. Extra, extra, read all about it.
Stephanie, this is making me nervous.
It's alright. I know what I'm doing. I think.
This is the perfect place to do battle with that creep Shotclock.
I know. Superheroes often wage their wars flagpoles, window ledges, radio towers. It just seems like the right thing to do.
But how do we know he'll come?
He'll come. No self-respecting supervillain could resist the ad I put in the paper. I just hope the shield I drew really works to deflect shot clock's hard to stop time.
It should. You drew it from Peloponnnesia.
I know, but look at the luck I have with Star Guy.
Star Guy, he's dead meat next time I see him.
Stephanie, it'll work. It was a super good drawing.
Thanks, Viola. Here they come. Wombat Woman, you and Viola stay here. Burrow into that wall and hide if the worst happens.
Right.
Viola, if I don't come out of this, remember that Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz tried her very best to be a superhero.
Oh, Stephanie.
Viola, my new toes. I see you've arrived. But where's your master? Too steep a climb for his fragile constitution?
My constitution runs like that way, fool. I doubt we'll be able to say the same about yours when I'm through with you. Miniatures, duck your heads for a moment.
Yes, Sultan of the Century.
Stop, stop.
Sorry, Shot Clock. Looks like your power has run out of time.
What? It can't be.
Can't be, can't be, can't be.
Oh, yes it can. Doctor, your years are running down, and your hour of power is coming to a close. Did you hear that rhyme? Hour of power?
It was perfect, Stephanie.
Minutos, attack her!
Yes, thy king of temporality. Attack, 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 attack.
As you can see, Shot Clock, your minutos on Earth are fast disappearing. I'm erasing them all. It's just you against me now. Dr. Shot Clock against Eraser Woman.
Eraser woman.
That's right, Doctor. You may be a villain with magic, drawn by a powerful pen. I'm just an ordinary guy, but I've got something that can defeat you. I've got this.
Never! No one defeats Dr. Shot Clock! Tick, tock, tick, tock. Stop clock. Stop. Let's stop. Please stop the clock. Stop the clock. No, stop the clock. Stop the clock. No, stop the clock. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. My arm. You erased my arm.
I'm going to erase more than that in a minute, Shot Clock.
No, no, not my other arm. Ah! Who needs arms anyway? I can still fight. I, Dr. Shotlock, will never be defeated. My leg. You've erased my leg. Well, so I've lost a leg. I still have my other leg. I can beat you on one leg. Oh no, not my other leg. Anything but my other leg. I'm Dr. Shocklock. I can stop time. I can... No. 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 Please, no. No. I'm Dr. Shocklock! I will never be defeated! No!
Look, Eraser Woman did it. She erased Dr. Shockclock. He won't be able to steal from us anymore. Hooray, Eraser Woman.
Eraser Woman. That's really me now, isn't it? And I, Eraser Woman, hereby give my pledge to join the ranks of my fellow superheroes with the promise that I shall forever work to live up to their lofty goals. I shall join them in their struggle against the forces of good and the ever-present forces of evil in this world. I shall be relentless in my fight to track down every villain drawn by man and erase them from this world. I will not rest
was pretty dramatic. I mean, comic books can go overboard sometimes, you know? Anyways, life goes on, and the next day found DC's artist back at the job at Wonder Comics.
I never want to try out one of those pens of Peloponnnesia.
And who could find a great plan to backfire like that?
And to think that I was the one who first drew that monster.
Hey, DC, you're late.
I had a lot of explaining to do to my wife why I was gone all the time. She wasn't buying the time for the story.
Well, I guess we're going to see those fat checks run from Wonder Comics Alive.
Don't even talk to me about Wonder Comics Alive.
So, what's next?
It's funny you should ask that, because I just happened to have come up with a great idea for a surefire hit. We have to work fast though before other companies jump on the bandwagon.
What is it, a new series?
It's a new series, all right. It's going to be our biggest one yet. Get this. It starts out with a real-life battle last night on Times Square. We'll call it Defeat of Dr. Sharplock, Volume 1, and the continuing adventures of Eraser War.
Wow, I actually like it. In our second issue, we could create a whole life for a racing woman. And you have to find her.
Maybe she was trapped in the Jenna altering chamber when she was a little kid.
Or she was left here by her parents when their solar system exploded.
I love it. I love it. Sympathets!
Yes, Mr. Wonderman?
Clean up in here. We've got work to do.
Yes, Mr. Wonderman. And Mr. Wonderman, it's Sapovitz. Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz.
Yeah, whatever. Come on, everyone. Let's go work out the new storyline. Eraser War is going to make us millions, guys. Millions.
It's Sapovitz. Stephanie Leonardo Sapovitz. Comic book superhero.